Joining me to discuss, Florida Republican Congresswoman on the House Energy Committee and Commerce, of course, Cammack is here. Welcome, dear.
Hey, Kennedy, how are you doing?
Hey, I still drive a gas vehicle. I like the smell of gas. I like the feel of a car when it accelerates with fuel coursing through its guts. I think this is too much, too fast, and the market is not the thing dictating us. Are we going to be in trouble if we follow through with these regulations?
Yeah, absolutely. Think about this. It's like Beijing Biden strikes again. Another clueless, harebrained plan that actually has no basis in reality. When you think about the fact that, like you said, less than 10% of cars sold last year were electric, and most of these electric charging stations are powered by, shock, fossil fuels. It's almost like they don't understand how it works. Never mind the fact that these EV batteries are really impossible to manufacture here in the United States, making us once again dependent on China, who controls the rare earth mineral supply chain. And it's like you saw today. China announced that they're going to consider suspending the export of rare earth magnets, which, shocker, they are a critical component in electric vehicles and wind turbines. It's almost like it's by design.
And we've heard the auto industry, they have some complaints of their own. Number one, they've had supply chain issues with these electric vehicles. And it's not just the batteries. There are a whole host of things. But also, if you accelerate this timeline so much, you may find lots and lots of people in very critical manufacturing states who will be out of work, because it takes a lot fewer people to build electric cars than it does to build cars with combustion engines.
Absolutely. Never mind the fact that we can't right now find anyone to really work. Talk to anyone in any industry, and they are hurting for reliable labor. It's interesting. Today I was at a mining operation, a phosphate mining operation. And we were talking about the fact that phosphate, which is used in virtually everything from fertilizers to cosmetics to animal feed, it's in everything, including Coca-Cola, Diet Coke, you name it. These minerals haven't been listed as critical. And so, again, we're looking overseas for these critical minerals that are in virtually every aspect of our lives. And then you have the Biden administration say, well, we want to make a move towards EVs, and we're going to support mining efforts. So they throw $500 million at it. Just one of these manufacturing plants cost $5 billion. Just last week, I was with a local dealership, and he was saying that these EV batteries are good for about 10 years. Then you can't even find them when you need them, and they don't have the technicians to replace them. This is a disaster waiting to happen. It's going to require a change in administration to get us back on the right path. This just isn't feasible in today's marketplace.
I mean, it's certainly not feasible when the average price of an electric vehicle is around $60,000 a year, which is more than the median income for Americans, hardworking Americans in this country. It is a tough sell. And I know, in the legislation, the Inflation Reduction Act, that there is a $7,500 incentive from the government. But, it's like, that really doesn't lower the price of a $70,000 car enough to be that attractive to people.
Yeah. No, I mean, that seems to be the joke of the Biden administration, one of many, in fact, where they say, oh, you're concerned about rising gas prices. Oh, you peasant, go out and buy an electric vehicle that costs $80,000. It's absolutely absurd how out of touch this administration truly is. From the fact that we don't have the mining capability because they ignore the fact that they've shut down permitting essentially for any domestic production, whether it's for fuel or for minerals. And then the supply chain is entirely dependent on nations that don't like us, like China. And how much more writing on the wall is it going to take for us to wake up?
We might be going to war with them. We're going to talk about that in just a little bit on the show. Congressman Cammack, thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Kennedy. Have a good one.